Good mornings. This morning I drove to town to drop someone off there. Around about 5 o'clock on my way back home, I drove past a group of ladies prostituting in the street. I was then reminded of a woman in the Bible called Rahab, how she despised the Joshua sent. And when the Lord destroyed the city of Jericho, this lady and her entire household was saved, and she became part of the Israel people. She was a Canaanite, but she became part of the Israelite nation. And it reminded me of a situation where many years ago we were having a open air service, and after the open air service, someone approached us and said there's a lady that wanted to speak to me and my wife. We went to the lady, we took her into the car, and the lady said today was going to be her last day. She just came out to the open air, and the intention is to go back to shoot her husband and then also kill herself. And as we were talking, I just heard a gun being, what we would say, being cocked. And when I look around, the lady had the pistol on her head. And me and my wife were quite shocked, and we said, please don't do this, don't do this. And then she said, you know what, I'm originally from Rustenburg. I was married. I was in a very abusive relationship. I divorced my husband. I left my children in Rustenburg. But then she said, because of the challenges in life, the hardships, after getting divorced, she became a prostitute, went on the streets and was prostituting with truck drivers. She then plans to continue what she was doing. She then met someone who took care of her. She got off the street and stayed with this person and got married to this person. We later learned that the person that she got married to was a female. And that relationship was just as abusive. The way she described the relationship was. So she said she's not going back there that night. If she goes there, she's gonna shoot that person or kill that person and kill herself, obviously. We then decided, okay, come home with us and find your feet and then go back to Rustenburg. We then took this lady with us, who used to be a married woman in a serious, abusive relationship with children, got divorced, went to the streets prostituting with truck drivers, later on got married to another woman out of desperation. That relationship was just as abusive, that she wanted to kill her partner. We took her in that night, got her clothes, and she stayed with us. And this prostitute, lesbian woman changed our lives as from that night onwards, and the lives of our children. And her memory is in our hearts forever. She stayed with us. We later learned that she was HIV positive, and it escalated to AIDS. And she stayed with us a few weeks and went for a doctor's checkup. Came back, she was over the moon. She said, "Mommy, Daddy, look at my results." And we look at it, and her CD4 count has normalized. But this is why I want to get at. Every morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, this woman will wake up, make tea for myself and my wife, start cleaning the house from the TV room at the back right to the front. A daily routine, never miss the routine. And I realized, but this is a virtuous woman, and life has just given her a raw deal. We spoke to her children. Her daughter at that stage was about 21, and we just spoke on the phone. And then one Friday night, I went home and people were crying, and I asked them what is happening, and the children were not happy. And they said, Daddy, this lady's husband came to fetch her. And when they told me what has happened, the person that she was married to came there armed and said she's there to kill me because I have taken her wife from her. This prostitute woman then said to my wife, don't get involved in anything. Let me go. I can stand here and I can fight her. I have a pistol, we can shoot each other. But this will have a traumatic effect on you and the children, or someone might get hurt, some innocent man bystander. And she said, just tell my dad I had to go and it's for his safety. And she left. She stayed in the colored community in Claresholm for a short while and vanished. But look at the sense of responsibility, the sense of thinking. And how this bad person that society wrote off much way end up where she is ended up. Sometimes we must just think a little bit before we judge. And I wanna tell you this morning, we must never forget where God has taken us from. We were not born redeemed. We were not born saved. We were saved by the grace of God. And today when we standing on the pulpit or in life, we can easily pass judgment, getting where we once were. And when the Lord poured out his wrath on Jericho, I just want to read something from Joshua. You can go and read Joshua chapter 2 and also Joshua chapter 6, but I just want to read chapter 6 and then from verse 17. And the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein, to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messages that we sent. So the entire city was going to be destroyed, except Rahab and her house, for the good that they've done for the servants or the spies of Joshua. Maybe we can do some good to this world. Maybe, just maybe, by the grace of God, we will also be saved by that one deed of kindness. May the Lord richly bless you today and take heart from what I've said. In Afrikaans they say, hy is nooit te sleg om goed te word en hy is nooit te goed om sleg te word. Which means you are never too bad in life to become good, and you are never too good to become bad. God bless you. Enjoy.